Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful 2025 so far. I am Sienna Borges from St. Francis Xavier Church, Dabul, and welcome to another episode of 8.25 FM. I was scrolling through Instagram recently when I came across the burnt toast theory, and I found it quite intriguing. So, in the next 8 minutes, I invite you to come down this rabbit hole that is my thoughts on how the burnt toast theory perfectly articulates the Church's teachings on hope and blessings in disguise. When we think of blessings, we often think of good things happening, right? A gift, a surprise, good news, things that bring us joy instantly. But have you noticed that sometimes God's blessings don't seem like blessings at first? They come in ways that we don't expect, in ways that may seem difficult and challenging at first. The burnt toast theory suggests that the toast that you burnt in the morning, which caused you to spend an extra few minutes preparing your breakfast all over again, which then made you miss your bus and reach late for your meeting, may seem like an inconvenience at first. But it is quite possible that it was God's way of protecting you from an unforeseen incident, possibly even an accident. Or, on the brighter side, you possibly met someone who is going to change the course of your entire life. Sometimes God allows things to go wrong in our lives, not because He is punishing us, but because He is simply directing us towards something that is much better. In theology, this concept is referred to as providence. Providence is the idea that God is actively involved in our lives, directing us towards His plan. And sometimes that plan involves blessings that come in disguise, in ways that we least expect. Let's take a look at what the Bible says about this. In Romans chapter 8, verse 28, Paul writes, "We know that all things work together for good for those who love God, who are called according to His purpose." This verse reminds us that even in difficult and challenging situations, God is working behind the scenes to make all things work in harmony for our good. I recently started watching the series The Chosen, and I highly recommend you do so as well. There is one scene that struck me in particular. In the scene, James the Apostle, also known as Little James, who walks with a limp, goes up to Jesus and says, "Lord, you're going to be sending me to heal the sick, but here I am with a limp." To which Jesus replies, "James, if you wanted to, I could heal you right away. But there are many people in the world who have been healed and proclaim my word. But tell me, how many proclaim my word despite being sick?" I find it truly humbling to think that even in times when we feel miserable because of our shortcomings, God has a plan for us. And all that we need to do is trust in Him. Our weaknesses and our shortcomings are blessings in disguise. They remind us that we do not have to walk this journey alone. God is walking with us every step of the way. Now you're probably thinking that this is easy said than done. So I'd like to share with you a few personal anecdotes. After my 12th standard, I was quite confused about the degree that I wanted to pursue. Would it be BMS or BSc? I applied for both, but unfortunately there was some error in my application for BSc, and my only option was to do BMS. And today, as I stand here, having completed my degree, topped my class, and having secured a job, I can only say that I couldn't be more grateful for the mistake in my BSc application. Another incident is from this year's New Year Mass service. I was really looking forward to playing the keyboard at the Eucharist. But due to some miscommunication, another musician was reached out to, and all I got to play was the adoration service. I grabbed the opportunity and decided to give my best because something's better than nothing, right? The day came, the adoration service completed, and it all went off well. And just before Mass was about to begin, the electricity went off. Unfortunately, we were not able to sing or play. I can only imagine how heartbroken I would have been if I wouldn't have gotten to play for the Eucharist after all that practice. It truly was a blessing in disguise. Quite often, like on those days, I did not see the bigger picture right away. All I saw were mistakes and disappointments. But now I realize that only if we are open to the unexpected and trust that God has a plan for us, we will see how He leads us through challenging and disappointing moments and opens new doors of opportunities for us. It need not be something big. It is in the daily, mundane things of life that He shows us that He is always looking out for us. Another example is from the life of our very own Carlo Acutis. You may ask, why did God make such a pious and a holy child suffer so much? But I invite you to reflect on the impact that his life had, not just on his family members, but on the poor, the marginalized, and today the entire world. What I'm simply saying is, God's ways are not our ways. So, this Jubilee year, as pilgrims of hope, I would like to leave you with this. A pilgrimage is not about the destination. It is about the journey, sometimes unexpected and challenging. As pilgrims of hope, we are called to trust that God has a plan for us, even when the path ahead seems unclear. Because it is in these difficult moments that when things don't go as planned, that guide us to something much bigger than we expect. They teach us patience, they teach us resilience, and most importantly, they teach us to keep hoping that no matter how challenging and difficult a situation you are in, God always has a plan, and He is always walking with you. So remember, the next time something doesn't go as planned, it just may be a blessing in disguise. Thank you for listening and have a blessed day ahead. Action something or start? Sorry. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to another episode of FM 8.25. Okay.
You can make up your own stuff now.
Nice pretest. Thank you.
See you again for 8.25.